Hi, I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to share with you a couple of things. I want to show you three things and I want to explain to you a little bit about them. So before I do that, I want to tell you that I'm a huge sucker for little fucking things. Okay, I'll show you like I go away and I have to buy like stuff like this. Okay, this is also from Bali. I'll keep talking about Bali. But look here, it's cute and it's incredibly heavy. It's made out of brass and it's this four-faced dude, all right? And if you have a look very carefully, each face is different. So you've got that face, and then you've got that face, and you've got that face. It's a little paperweight. Love it, love it. But if I see stuff like that, I have to buy it. Okay. And even when I go, when I go to our SPCA or RSPCA shop, it's all secondhand stuff that's been donated. And there's a saying that goes, one man's meat is another man's poison. And this is so much, this is so me. I see little crappy things like that and I have to give them a home. I'll show you an example. I went to I don't know what it was. It was like a little shop that literally sold everything. It's all secondhand stuff. In South Africa, we call them pawn shops, not porn. I'm talking about PAWN, like prawn without the R. I don't know if you guys have that. Sorry, my camera keeps falling over. I don't know if you guys have that where you stay, pawn shops, okay? But the one that I sometimes go to like every couple of months, because they are constantly getting new stock, it's very quaint, but it is crammed with stuff. And the other day I went in and I was rooting around and I saw this little fella. Look here, look how cute is he? And of course I'm obsessed, you all know that I'm obsessed with elephants. Okay, so there's this little dude. And in the sort of mid-90s, these little, very ethno-bongo, I like to call it sort of ethno-bongo kind of little things were very much in fashion. Look at his little trunk, I think it's just too cute. And I paid like, I think 5 Rand for him. It's a couple of cents, American cents. Just so cute. And I had to have him because I felt super sorry for this little lad. He was sitting in amongst a bowl. He was kind of lying in amongst this bowl of half-broken things like this. It was just like terrible. And I just saw him and I was like, oh my gosh, he's so cute. It's an elephant. Oh, it's an elephant. Oh my God, I have to have the elephant. So I saved him. And now he sits in my printer's tray with all my deities, strangely enough. So there was him. But then I went away a couple of weeks ago to a beautiful place where we found, I'll talk about that in one of my other videos. We found this little crystal shop, okay, and it sold all kinds of little things. And it was quite an expensive shop though, because it was catering specifically to the tourist market. And generally in South Africa, if you want to buy sort of crystals or anything like that, it is quite pricey, okay. Anyway, I was rooting around and I saw these opal or opalite skulls. Okay, they were huge, they were this big, but they were like so expensive. There's no ways I could have A, afforded it, or B, justified spending that kind of money on an ornament, basically. Anyway, so I was a bit depressed and I was like, oh my God, I was saying to Justin, oh my God, I really, really want that. And he was like, no, you got enough crap in that room. You will no longer be buying anything for that room. And I was like, oh, please, please. Anyway, so we're walking around. I've got a long face. Anyway, so because I wasn't allowed to buy the skull. Anyway, so we were walking. We went for a little cup of coffee at the little restaurant. And then we came back. And I said to him, no, I have to buy something from this shop. I have to. You know, even if it's just a small little piece of quartz. Anyway, rooting around, Justin comes to me and he says to me, I found something you can buy. You're allowed to buy it. Not that Justin gives me, he doesn't give me like orders all the time, but there are certain things that I am allowed to do and I'm not allowed to do. And it's for my own good. He is my handbrake. Okay, it's for my own good. Anyway, he comes up to me like this and he goes, here, this is what you can have. You can buy this. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he said, look at it carefully. I said, I've got one of these stones already. It's an opal. I don't know if it's an opal or an opalite. Anyway, it's an opal. He says, no, look at it. And I'm going, oh my God, I see what it is. Look, it's a little skull. Can you see that? Can you guys see that? I want to show you. It's a little, I don't know if you, there we go. Look, it's a skull. It's a little skull. Oh my God, it's so cute. But it's minute. It's literally, there it is. That's how big it is. Okay, it is tiny. And I paid so much money for this bloody thing. but I was allowed to buy it, and I'm so proud, I'm so happy, like my little skull. So I do buy stuff in very upmarket, very expensive crystal shops, but I can only buy teeny tiny little things like this because I can't afford anything else, okay? But I thought this was like super cute, so I got that. So I don't only root around in second-hand stores. There are shops that I go to that are kind of high-end. I only go in those shops to look. I can't afford all that stuff. I only go into high-end sort of crystal shops and that sort of thing to root around, you know. And every single one of those shops, and I don't know if this is the same where you stay, they've got like the scratch patch. We call it, I don't know if you've got this, it's called the scratch patch in South Africa. And it's basically just a big box of not even semi-precious, just pretty stones thrown in, you know, like little semi-precious stones, and they've all tumbled stones and that sort of thing. And I think you pay like 50 Rand for a scoop of these things. You know, you get, there's a little scoop and you can scoop it and put it in a bag, and every scoop costs you 50 Rand, and it's just kind of potluck what you get. So I tend to do these scoopy things every time I want to go into a crystal shop, and it's probably like one of the few things that I can afford. Okay, because that sort of thing, as I said, is hugely expensive. But I do go into those shops. It's not that I only go and rescue small second or third hand elephants. The other thing I sometimes do, and this is a terrible thing because it can get me into a lot of financial trouble, just like when I say trouble, I mean trouble with Justin. I don't mean actual financial issues. It's like my collection here. I actually saw a new tarot deck that I want yesterday, on Sunday, that I wanted to buy, and I was just told, it's $520, bro. You have got like tons of these things you don't even look at, so no, you can't buy it. But what I do is I will often go into, we've got this amazing shop in Durban called Mr. Price Home, okay? And it's a huge conglomerate. They do, they've got Mr. Price Sport and Mr. Price Clothing, and they've got this Mr. Price Home. And it's a really cool shop, and it's not expensive. And they have all kinds of stuff for your home, okay? But I went in the other day, and this happens to me all the time, and right at the door, they always put these gorgeous little things, okay? Some of them are like big little statues and little candle holders and really nice smelly candles. Anyway, so the other day I went in there, and I saw this little fellow. Look. Can you see? I don't know if you can see him. Hold on, just wait a second. I'm going to do this with the light. And you must be able to see this. Wait. There, okay, let's try the blue light. Can you see him? Look how cute that is. Okay, I'm trying to change the light here. Maybe you can see him with the orange. How cute! Look, there he is. He's a little munchkin that is, oh, he's not a munchkin, he's a little he's a little Buddha that's sitting with his hands. Look how cute that is. And he's small, look, he's tiny. Okay, he's this tiny little Buddha thing. And I had to have him. I mean, I absolutely had to have him. So, and he was like, also, he was about $50, you know. But I absolutely had to have him. So I bought him, and I have given him a lovely home here in my prayer room. So yeah, I tend to buy little funny things, and they end up in my prayer room. And I must be honest, I know I've done a prayer room purge. In fact, I've done more than one on this channel, but I'm looking around my prayer room and I'm thinking like, wow, okay, I've got a lot of stuff again, but I don't want to clean it all up. I don't want to get rid of any of it. So yeah, let me know down below if you also do this, if you also end up buying like weird little things in different shops, if you go to like different stores, and you know, even if it's not like brand new stuff, what kind of stuff do you look for at the welfare shop or wherever? Comment down below. You know who I am. I'm Matt from Tubby Tarot, and I will see you on the flip side.